darling. Welcome to Scraps and Thoughts Thursday with Jennifer from the patio. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. So I have a fun little project. We're working in my tall, skinny journal. Listen, I gotta finish this. You know, I just have some really fun projects in here, and you know, we did this cute little policy closure with a little pocket. We did this with all the little tags that come out. And let's see what else. I did this page, not with you, but without you. This is actually some really pretty baby scrapbook paper that I just absolutely love. See, look, I got another piece of it out, and it has baby stuff. But you don't have to use it for that. So anyway, I didn't. But anyway, so then I have this cute little project, which it's just a little pocket, and I didn't do it with you. I'm just doing stuff just to fill it, because that's what I need to do. You know, I need to finish this thing. So anyway, I have this in here because I want to do like a belly band with that. And then this was one that we did on the comparison, is the Thief of Joy. And so I did that for one of the Scraps on and Thoughts Thursday. And then we have this cute little thing that opens up like this. And then you put some goodies in, which I haven't done yet, but I will. So let's see what else I have in here. And then I just did that. In a field of roses, be a wildflower, because that's what I am. Hello. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then I have this. I really like this. You know, you just do a 3 or 4 step. I think this is 4. And then I did a little card in the back that just up tucks, and then just decorated. Put pockets in on the inside, and you get pockets like that. I mean, so much writing space. So much writing space. Okay, so I did that. And then this one I just showed you. Well, no, I didn't. It was just a second ago. Anyway, this is like a little belly band. And this beautiful card. Yes. And this, as you remember, we are only using book pages and scraps. Nothing extraordinary in here. And then I did an envelope and just did a tall, skinny tag in there. And I like this one. It has a pretty bird on it. So anyway, so today's project, here's what we're going to do. Let me see where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so let me get my little handout. Put it right there. So this is what we're going to make. This right here. I got all my goodies. I got some papers and different things to use. And some ink, because I thought, oh, pink would be cute. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. This is just like a little cylinder pocket, and you're going to pull it out and turn it, and then there's going to be just some writing space in the inside, and it's going to be blank on both sides, well, 3 and then 4, so that you have lots of, and it's a hidden writing spot. And then we're going to make us a hidden paper clip right there. But the one we're going to do is not going to be on a swivel like this one is. I didn't like that. I kind of want it to be adhered to the page. So anyway, that is what we're going to make today. So let's get to getting. Okay, let's do it. So today's word is overwhelmed. Do you ever get overwhelmed? Well, listen, I've had my little, he's adorable and he's so sweet and I love him. But I'm not used to watching a baby every day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like overwhelmed as much as it just getting a routine down. Let me put it that way. So I don't film. I do, you know, small amounts of things during the day because I spend all of my time with him. He literally, well, he's 2 months old. He sleeps, eats, and poops. I mean, let's be serious. That's what they do. But anyway, so the other thing too is that sometimes you can get overwhelmed when you're making a journal, because there's just so much to do. There's so many projects. And let me tell you, that's why when I do my freebies, I do one small thing a day because sometimes that's all people can handle, you know? And even 5 days might be too much. I noticed even on the freebies that I gave out, Monday was a hit, Tuesday was okay, Wednesday was tapering, then Thursday and Friday was like, And, and it's because we just don't have the time, and that's okay. So we can get overwhelmed really easy when we are, creating our junk journals. And the other thing that we get overwhelmed with is decorating, what to use, how to use it, where to put it, And I think sometimes it can be, we just have to go with the flow, And if you'll notice with some of my journals and things, I don't over decorate. I don't. I'm just like, I try to do, let me just find a page. Like, I just try to do, like this one. I did a little, topper on the little pockets I made out of music sheets. And then I just did a little word, put some little ribbon underneath with this like a little strippy thing. And I did it on every one of them. And then this was focus, was our Scraps and Thoughts Thursday. And so this one says, shift your focus when life tilts too far in one direction. So, it's, and then like on these little tags, I didn't do a lot. I just covered some file folder with some beautiful paper and then put a little Brad in it. Because sometimes I'm like, you know what? I love, look, it looks beautiful. It's busy. It's, it has all the colors and everything going in. So we don't have to do too much. Now, if you do, I think it's fabulous. But sometimes I think it's okay if we don't, It's because it can overwhelm us, just all the details of what it is that we're going to do. Okay, let's go ahead and make the cylinder pocket. Now, this piece of paper, and I'll kind of talk through whatever, but this piece of paper is just right, okay? Because we're going to put a little border on it. So let me get out. I say border, but we're going to put a little bit of a gusset because we're going to fold it over. So let me, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this one because I don't want to tear into it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do like a 1/4 inch on this left-hand side. So if you have a book page, this one is like 6, a little bit left, right in between 6.5 and 6 1/4, and then it's almost 11 inches. So that's how tall our book page is. And then at the bottom, I think I'm just going to do a little bit of a 1/4 inch because we're going to need that. And then from, let me do 1 to 7 1/4. Let me do it in between there. And I'm thinking half, I have to measure this. I do, because I got to make sure that I get this right. So, and then I'm going to have to like do some math, which that is not. So that's a little, almost 6 1/4. So it's going to be 3 1/8. Yeah. So it's going to be 3 1/8. So let me do it like this. So we're going to go 3 1/8. So we're going to just bring it down. This is our center mark. Let me see if I did that right. I think I did. I think I did. Okay, so let me fold this. And then take it down, take it down. Okay, am I still getting a good gusset on that side? I don't think so. I'm going to fold it right to that line. I'm going to fold it to this scored gusset line because sometimes these pages are not squared. I know you'd think they would be because they're in a book, but I'm just going to make sure. Okay. And you know, every time I say something about the light, I end up watching the video and it's fine. But anyway, I'm doing this at nighttime. And I have a little bit of a shadow because my ceiling fan is right above. Now the ceiling fan's not on, but it's going to cast a shadow because of my camera. So anyway, okay. So I got that done. So it's going to go like this. And so I'm going to cut off this piece on the right. Okay. And my scissors, I took them in the other room to wrap Christmas presents. Okay, so I'm gonna miter this little corner right here. So I do that, and then I'm gonna miter it up here, and then I'm gonna cut this off. Cut, 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 cut. And listen, I am not complaining about me watching my grandbaby. I committed to this, but I am telling you, I am just not quite used to it. You know, and that's okay. That is okay. I am entitled. So anyway, it's a lot. It is a lot. But I'm loving it. We are having a great time. And I know my daughter really appreciates it. And so that's what, you know, that right there in itself is, you know, makes me happy. It's something I can do for her. And that makes me happy. Okay, so there. So now we're going to have to pull that baby. Now it looks like it's not lining up right. Okay. We're going to get this. We're going to get it. There it is. Okay. So that is going to be our little cylinder pocket. And I love a big cylinder pocket like that, you know. I do. And so I am going to just do this one. So I'm going to do it in between these two. Get that centered as much as I possibly can. And I believe that looks lovely, darling, but it's not quite square. So I'm going to pull it over. And then I'm going to push it down. I want it to be, for one, I want it to have enough room to fill a card. And then this is right here is going to just fold over and close it up so that our little tag that we stick inside doesn't fall out. Okay, and plus we're going to put a grommet or a brad in here. Oh, brad! And that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let me ink this up. It won't take but a second because you gotta have some ink on this thing. So anywho, what you guys been up to? I appreciate all of you that supported me by buying my Nurture Your Inner Child kit. I love that kit, and it really speaks to my heart, which is why I create stuff, because, you know, I tend to make things that I like, and someone actually put in the comments that it was refreshing, and that, you know, that makes me happy because I want to be refreshing. I want to be, you know, I want to do some things, you know, that are different, but, you know, they speak to my heart. So, but anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you that, that bought the kit. I really do. It makes me very, and those of you that bought me coffees, thank you, thank you, thank you. None of it goes unseen, for sure. Okay, and then this right here, I'm just going to do this because you're going to see it right there. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so there's that part. Now this is not, you know, like real flimsy, but it's not real sturdy either. So we're going to just glue this side down. And just put some glue right here, right here, right here, right here. And my hubby has been so awesome. He is in there cooking right now, and he comes home every day, and helps with little Bubsy. And he's just been a real big help, and I so appreciate him. Because at nighttime, I have to do all my work for this business. So, anyway, he's been a big help. So, I tell you, I do appreciate him. But anyway, so, are you guys ready to get out of the Christmas mode? I don't know. I kind of am. I mean, I love winter. Don't get me wrong. And I'm going to do some more winter stuff. But I don't know. The Christmas, just the... I didn't do like a traditional Christmas kit this year. I just did the early settlers Christmas. And then I did... Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to talk about stuff now. I'm just going to do. We're going to do because we got lots to do. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. We're going to put it in like this. And then so I need to put a brad about right here. And then something else is going to go on that. Should I do it on this side? I kind of like the contrast. I do. But before we do that, we are going to make a hidden paper clip. So, and then I got some things to decorate. And I just got some cute little flowers. And this one says, you make each day a little bit brighter. I like that saying. So anyway, this is a simple. And I saw this a while back. It's actually been like a long time ago. But anyway, on Spark Bird, her YouTube channel. She's very good, very informative. But I saw this on hers. And this is just the way I do it. I use my scraps, okay? That, you know, when you cut your 12 by 12s and you have all these scraps. And so I'm going to use this pink one today. And let me get out. I know that drawer makes a weird sound, but so I apologize for that. I'm going to get out a tall paper clip. So we needed about 10 1/4 I think it's smaller than that. So I think I'm going to do 10 1/4. This is what they're going to end up looking like. They're just going to be a simple, and it's going to fit like this, and it's going to just be flush to the page. Okay, we're not going to have that little extra edge on it like I did on the example. But I like these because they're really sturdy, and you fold them quite a few times so that you can get that. So I'm going to do 10. If you can't see me, I apologize, but I'm just measuring to 10 1/4. And then I'm going to cut this. Look what I got in the mail today. Yes, I got me some sellotape from Tim Holtz, and I think I might use a piece today. Let me just get it out. This stuff is so stinking cool. I make my own, but I mean, you know, come on. Why make it when you can buy it? Or, I mean, I still make it because they can do all kinds of things. But look how fun that is. Let's use some, okay? That'll be fun. Okay, so anyway, I'm getting distracted again. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to just bring it to about right here. And this one's a little rough edged. I don't know what I did to it, but it's when I get it folded, then I'll be able to. Okay, anyway, so you lay it on your mat like this, and then you're going to fold the right side. Oh, and you always want to do it with the thing up. And you do it, I think this is how you do it, like this. Do you do it up? No, actually you do it the opposite way, I think. I don't know. We'll see whenever I get done. Okay, so you bring it in probably about 1 1/2. I'm going to say 1 1/4. And I'm just measuring on the mat. And then you just put this down like this. You fold it and crease it. And then you open it back up, and then you do it like this, okay? You do it like this. And then this is where you put your paper clip, okay? and this is how wide it's going to be. That's why I use these strips. It just makes it so much easier. And then what she did is she had a big sheet, and so when she folded it, she would put a whole bunch of different ones in. But I don't, I tend to just do one when I need it. Or if I mass make, I do. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this left flap and you're just going to fold it to the paper clip edge. And then you just want to line it up and then just crease it down. And this is going to be where, you know, that ends up. And then you're going to fold this piece down. And that's going to be the little flap that, make sure that's even. Okay. And so you're all good there. So then what you're going to do with this one is you're going to fold it to this. So you're going to fold it up. And see, that's where we get our little thing right here. Our little, you know, holding on to it. And so then you fold this down. And if you wanted to have, like right here, this is where you would have that little crease at the top. If you wanted to have like an extra bit at the top. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like if you wanted to have that part right there to put in a brad or whatever, you know, it's kind of flimsy, which is why I don't want it on this one. But anyway, so you're going to fold it down. I hope I'm making sense. We'll do one more just to make sure you guys got it. And then that's it. So I'm going to cut this extra part off. Yes, I am. So I'm just going to line that up and then I'm just going to cut it. Okay. And that's it. That's it. We've just made it. See, and there's our paper clip like that. So what you want to do now is you want to open it up. And if you want it to be, you know, if you want the corners to be rounded and all of that. So if like you want these to be rounded, you would just take it apart. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm okay with it being square. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So I'm going to unfold it. And then I'm going to, this is when you would round the corners, but I'm just going to ink the edges real quick, just so I don't have the white edges. And this one's all torn and stuff, and I'm okay with that. I think it looks good. As a matter of fact, I might take my distresser and just distress this other side up and give it just a little bit of distress. I'm okay with that. Let's do that. That way they kind of both look a little funky. This one looks funky enough, but let's just take some of that off. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so distress that. You do what you got to do. And then I am going to get some of my vintage photo. And I'm going to put that back on. And then I'm going to ink it. And I'm just going to do this because when you fold it up, you don't want to see these white edges, right? I mean, this is a pretty simple way to do hidden paper clips. I'm sure you guys know how to do this. And if you don't, then we definitely need to have another individual video that just addresses how to do all kinds of different ones. Okay, did I do that on both sides? Yeah. Okay, and then this part, let's see if that's, I'll have to see if that's actually the crease. Yeah. So I need to ink these two right here. So I'll ink this one down here, and then I'll do this, and I'll take this out. And then I'll do that. I did that already. Okay, and then I'm going to put this back on so I don't forget. This is the short end. Okay, so that's what we did. So we folded this one. So, and what I do is I just glue this baby up. I mean, I put it right in the middle, and then I do this side first because I want this to be just really glued down really well. And then I just fold that down. And I hold it and hold it and fold it. And then this one, I do the same thing. I get that glue on the, around the paper clip. And then this part goes down. So I'm going to fold that down. Get that nice and stuck down. And then I'm going to glue this. And then I'm going to wrap it. Wrap it. And then I glue this. I will link her video down in the bottom. It's Sparkbird. Very talented. She's a good teacher. She's a good teacher. She has a lot of fun projects. Okay, so that is going to be our little hidden paper clip. Do you want me to do another one? I know I can't look to see if you say yes, because we kind of need to do our project, but our project's not going to take that long. So anyway, that's it. So let's let that glue dry, and while it is, we'll do another one, okay? Because I want you to see, those of you that haven't made these, you know, how easy it is. So where were those other pieces of paper I have? Oh, here they are. Okay, so let's do this one. Love this paper. Okay, so I don't believe I need it to be 10 and a half. What did I cut off? Okay, I need to do 1 1/4. So I said, so I'm going to do 9. I'm thinking it's just 9 is what it is. So I'm going to cut it at 9. It really doesn't matter, you know, so you just need to have enough length so that it ends up like this. And if you want yours rounded, you can certainly do that. I'm okay with it just being the way it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to lay it on our mat, and we're going to fold over this right side, and we're going to bring it at about 1 1/4. So you kind of measure what that is, and then you're just going to press that down. Okay, and then we're going to put our paper clip on, and we're going to put it to where, actually it goes the other way. So we'll put, nope, thank you. Okay, we'll have to have the long side on this side. So we'll put that in, and then we're going to fold this up. And this is the long side. So that's going to go like that. Let me make sure that's where it needs to be. I feel like I have glue or something on there. And then this is going to go over. No, this one's going to come up. So this is going to, yeah, this is going to come over. That's true. And then this is going to go up. And then it'll go back on the back. And this one wasn't as long because I didn't cut it. I cut it shorter than what I would have. Same concept. See, you still have the same thing. So, did that make sense? You're basically just putting your paper clip on and folding up. So the long side is you're going to fold on the long side. You're going to flip it over, and then you're going to fold up on the other. And one of them folds in, and the other one folds on the back. It's pretty simple, but it might look complicated, but it's not. So, you know, I'm not going to ink it, but I just wanted to show you that, you know, that's how you do it. And when I make masks, when I do like a big sheet, you know, I'll set it and then have them all there. Well, then you have to take these off because you have to cut it. So that's why I do it this way. But that's just me. You know, that's just me. Okay, so there is how you make a hidden paper clip. So now we're going to assemble. So let's get this in here. So we can do it here and make it come out to the right. Let me see, all of my projects have been on this side. So I kind of want to keep it the same way. So this is going to be, and actually that works out good. So this is going to go in like this. Okay. So we're going to glue this down. I decided I didn't want it to swivel. I wanted it to be sturdy enough. The only thing is this is not really that sturdy. It's flimsy. Now, when the card gets in, it is going to be a little bit sturdier. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it with something, like a file folder or something. Okay, so that is it right there. And so I'm going to put a mark right there. And I'm just going to do that. And then that way I can kind of tell where I need to put it. And then I'll erase those. So we're just going to glue it down. That's what we're going to do. We're going to glue it. And I'm using my line coat. So I'm going to erase the top one. So then I only have to worry about the bottom one. And then the side I can make it faint. And make that faint. You won't be able to see it, but okay, so we're just going to glue. And I think this is a fun project. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but I mean, you may have. But I was just laying in bed one night and I thought, you know what? I really want to do it to where it swings out. And because, you know, I love me a tall cylinder tag. Okay, so there's that dot, and then there is that. It don't have to be exact on the dot part as much as I need to on the other. So let me just look real quick and make sure it's straight. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to hold that down because I really want to make sure that it adheres. But anyway, I was, you know, laying in bed and I was like, oh, that would be so cool. I want to do that. So anyway, I just came in and made one with the grungy winter little, you know, paper. But I made an actual one that, you know, could be a freebie. But then I remembered that your winter journal is not a tall, skinny journal. So I was like, well, I'm going to have to do a different one. Okay. So while that is drying, let's back this with just a file folder. So let me get that out real quick because actually I think I have some right here. This isn't long enough. This is not long enough. Let's see what I got. Let me see what I got. Ooh la la, that piece will do greatly. Let me see if I have a longer one. Ooh la la, I just need something to back it. Okay, I think that's good. That will be perfect. That will be so perfect. I would put it like that. Yes, it is. And I'll pull it down to there. And then I'm going to just take it off here. And that'll be perfect. I mean, I'm just going to leave it the way it is, too. Let me put it up at the top. Put it up at the top. So anyway, I hear another reason why I was talking about just being overwhelmed is, you know, I read other people's comments and, you know, they talk about, you know, oh, I'm working on this and, you know, I haven't finished this. And, you know, sometimes we just have a lot of projects going on and, you know, we just, you know, we need to be kind to ourselves and realize there's just so many hours in the day. But I know for me, I looked over and I'm like, I have not finished the bubblegum Christmas, the Christmas in July. That's been since July. I haven't even put anything in the journal. So I have that. Let's see what else. No, I have all that. I need to finish the Tall Skinny journal. And then we have the Grungy Christmas and the Grungy Winter. Yeah. So, hello. I've got to get going. I mean, do I have to? No, because it's for me. But I know I want to finish projects. I don't want it to be like, you know, we just do stuff and then it never becomes a project. You know, a finished project. So anyway, we will get that done soon. So today is actually going to be probably the longest video I've made in a while. Because those grungy winter and the Christmas one, those were pretty short, which is good. I really enjoyed that. Projects don't really have to be that long. I mean, believe me, it's nice to be able to just sit and make a project that's an hour long or whatever. But I know you guys don't have time for that. So, okay, I'm just going to use this glue. The Yoo-hoo. Okay. And then I'm going to put that at the bottom and make sure that I'm over enough that I don't. I just want to secure it. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Okay. There's that. So let's get that all burnished and get that all that glue adhered. Okay, and while that is drying, because you're not going to see it. Now, you're going to flip it out, but you're not going to see it. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to use this as the tag. This is a double-sided. Remember, we're only using book pages or whatever. But I kind of want something pretty when you pull it out. So, there was, let me look real quick. The book that I'm getting these images from is called Magic and Medicine of Plants. Now, this is not my mom's because my mom did have one, and I don't know who inherited. I don't know if it was me or one of my sisters, but anyway, I remember this book when I was a kid. So anyway, I saw one at Goodwill, and so I got it. Sure did. So that's what this is. Ooh. So if you ever see these make excellent tags because of the way that they are laid out on the page. Oh, that's so pretty. But we're doing pink, so let's stick with yarrow. That looks like yarrow, but it's anise, aniseed, sweet cumin. Ah. Okay, let's see. I know I saw one in here. Ooh, purple. Alkanet. Alfalfa. My mom used to, eat alfalfa. Okay, was that, I pulled some more out. Let me see. It doesn't really have to be complicated, but, you know, if it's me, it's going to be because I think I have to have the right thing in, you know. But, okay, where was it? Where were they? Where were they? Here they are. Okay, let me look in here one more time. I'm sure there's going to be something I want. Basil. My husband has basil in the garden. Balm. Yes. Arnica. I just love that. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. The only problem is the way they did it is that you can only pick one picture because the picture's here, the verbiage words are here, and it's the same on the other side. But, hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. All right, so let's back this. Let me see. I'm going to measure this to see. This is going to be 3, so we'll do 2. And remember, we have a gusset, so we have full access to this whole thing. So let's do 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay. I may have to do it with my I want it to stick up, so it's going to come, well, remember we're going to put a brad down here, so it's going to be about that big. So let's pull it in. And then I'm going to mark it because I'm going to have to use my, Delilah, are you okay, honey? She doesn't sound like she's okay. Delilah is my fur baby who is staying over here. Yes, I got fur babies and little babies. Are you okay? What's the matter? Okay, so now I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to connect the dots, and then I'm going to use my scissors because I don't want to get Big Bertha out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. She's a pain sometimes, old Big Bertha. And I have my Tim Holtz. Look at these chompers. I'm going to chomp these right up. Okay. Let me see if I did good. I did good, y'all. Look at that. Yes. Okay, we need to do the same thing over here. This is going to be 2. Let me get the biggest points. It's going to be cut off a little bit. Sorry about that, but it's just going to have to happen. So 2 3/4. I'll do it right there, and then right here. Let me see if I don't know if I can get this to match. We shall see. Let's do it the smart way, not the hard way. Let's do it like this. There it is. Let's line that up. Let's line it up. And then put a mark. And a mark. And a mark. And a mark. All the way down. And I am going to have lunch with my girlfriends. Yes, I am. I'm just going to cut the flower part out. But anyway, yeah, on Friday I'm going to go. My daughter works 4/10, so she will be home on Friday with the baby, and I will be out having a good time with my girlfriends for lunch. I'm very excited about that. I haven't been out during the week in a while. We did get together for Thanksgiving, but we always like to get together for Christmas, which means I need to get something together for them for Christmas. And I already gave them a journal, a gratitude journal, so I don't want to do that. I don't want them to think every time we get together and it's gift-giving time that Jennifer's going to give a journal. But anyway, I'm sure there's something else I can do. Okay, so don't want to make this too complicated and hard. I need that to be a little bit smaller. So I believe I'm going to do this. Is that straight? I have no earthly idea. I'm looking at it from a different angle. I just want it to come in a little bit. Let's see. Nope, looks like I did pretty good. Okay. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So let me do it this way. And then I'm going to, I know I'm all kind of all over the place, but here we go. Here we go. Don't overthink it. You know what I'm saying? Don't overthink it. See? Just do it. Don't overthink it. Okay, so yeah, that's going to look good. That'll go like that. And you know what? I'm not even going to cut it out. I kind of like it just to be like that because I want to put a label on it and some goodie stuff. So let me just ink it up, ink it up. There we go. There we go. So on the outside, it'll be pink. And on the inside, it's going to be yellow. So, you know, it is starting to get winter. We had some really cold weather a couple of weeks back. This week, we're in the low 70s, which I'm loving. But all of my Pentas are just doing so good. We had rain for a couple of days, and those things just filled up and just grew in height and just filled with beautiful blossoms. Okay, well, I kind of need to do the back too. So anyway, I'm really excited about that. I usually have to pull them in if we have a freeze or anything happens. I have to put them in the garage. But they do pretty good. I'm just surprised, you know. Every year they're the same ones I've had. Every year. They just keep, the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. So let's do this. Glue. Hello. Look how pretty. That was pretty. Okay. Glue. I think I'll do the same thing. I think I'll do this. Is dinner ready? It is? Okay. I'm a-coming. Dinner is ready, you guys. And I don't want to stop because... Are you eating? No, I'm waiting on you. You're waiting on me? Okay. Ooh, he's waiting on me, y'all. You know what that means. I got to get to getting. I have got to get to getting. What a sweet man. Okay. Let's do this. If I can get it all. Okay. I definitely want to cover that up. Whatever that is. If I can get it straight up there, I feel like it's going to be straight down here. Yeah. And I'm okay if it's off a little bit. I like it. And if you want to rough your edges up and do that, you do that. I'm trying to make it sturdy. That's the only thing. And that added a little bit of sturdiness to it. But I feel like it needs something on the back. I do. I mean, I just feel like it's just not. Okay, so let me do here. And here. That's not going to do it. It's not going to let it in. Let me cut that off. Okay, let me just do it like this. This is going to be our writing spot on the back. Sure can. It can. Okay. The other thing, maybe what I can do is, and I got this out. Maybe I could use this and just do some. And turn that glue piece over, and then put this here, and then let me get my brown. This is a soft piece, and I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on it. That's what you do. You just put a little bit of stuff on it, so it just doesn't look plain. Okay. Now let's use, this is my Ranger Archival ink, and it is the coffee. So I'm going to do all of it, and then I'll use one side on the top and one side on the bottom. And one side on the bottom. There you go. That's looking good. And then you're going to just do this. Do that. Okay. That looks fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Okay. 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 Okay, that's done. Love it. Okay. What else do I have up here? What else do I have that might look real pretty on here? Got some flowers. I could put that on the bottom. That'd be pretty. Let's get that out. I think I will. Okay, so let's glue that down. Come here, you. I need you one more time. Just one more time. One more time on the other side. Okay, and edges are important. Bring it on down. Okay. Okay. That's pretty. That is pretty, and this is what we do with it. We smush it on here because we know that this stuff, this washi tape, is not made to last forever. It will come up. So you really got to get it stuck on some glue. So we'll do that. Trying to see if there's any direction in there. Just to add a little something. Add a little something. I'm going to pull it over. Actually, I'm going to pull it over. Okay. And let's see, what else we have? We have stuff. We have stuff. Change can be beautiful. Yes, it can. Let's use that. Change can be beautiful. Why, yes, change is amazing. So I'm just going to rip this down. Okay. We need a little ink on our change. So, tell me, do you ever get overwhelmed? Do you ever have days that you're like, oh, I need a break, or I need, okay, I kind of like it up here, but it needs something behind it. I like this. I just dyed this gauze. This will go perfect. The stringier, the better. The stringier, the better. See? And then that'll look good just like that. So let's get out my Fabri-Tac. I'm going to put it here on the seam. Push this down. And then I have wouldn't that be cute just right there? I like it. I do. Wish I had a smaller one. I might. Ooh, I do. No, yeah, it's smaller. Get off there, you glue. Okay, let's do that then. I think that's going to be pretty. Pretty awesome. Okay, now I'm just decorating. And yes, it is going to slide in, but I think it'll be okay. I think it's going to be okay. If you need to go ahead and eat, baby, you can. Are you recording? Yes. I'm almost done, though. Can you what? Run the can opener real quick. Yeah, you can run the can opener. I don't think they'll be able to hear it. They might, but y'all, he's going to run the can opener. He's running the can opener, okay? Okay. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, don't get no glue over there. Okay, and then this, I'm going to put it on here. Da-da-dee-doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what it needs? A butterfly. You know what it needs? A butterfly. Numbers, butterflies, and flowers. Look, it has some flowers in here. I mean, these are pink. I mean, if you've ever seen it, that's pink as pink. You know what I'm saying? That is pink, pink, pink. Let me see if I have something not so pink. But I kind of like the pink. I kind of like it. Kind of goes with it. I like it, actually. Because look, it's going to be inside of here. That'll look good. Okay, so there's that. I thought I needed a butterfly, but, and here's, oh, that's not my butterflies. Where are my butterflies? Were they in there with them? I guess so. Maybe I have a pink butterfly. I hate to dig and pull. Now remember, this thing has to go in there, Jennifer, so it'd be different if it's on the outside. Let me see, keep that out. Okay. I do like this because it's just going to tie in that pink. And then I'm going to kind of just Look, you can't tell the man not to use the can opener when he's doing the cooking. You know what I'm saying? Of course you can. But he is being sweet. Okay. That goes there. And then this, we're just going to glue this down. Because I don't need it flapping up whenever we pull it out. Okay, well, you get some writing space. This is the back. This is the front. But we'll put it in like this because I like it like that. Okay, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to make these like a tag on the top. And we may have to put us a little... Okay, so let's put it in like this to see if that's going to be a problem. Might be, you know, it might kind of just do that, but it's not going to be a problem. I like it. Okay, and it's going to go up because we're going to put a grommet. Okay, so that is not going to be a big deal. Let me get out my... I feel like I'm not talking loud enough because my hubby's in there, and I feel like I'm going to disturb him, but I got to talk louder for you ladies, I'm sure. Okay, so let me put this in the middle. And then we're going to get my grommets out. Look, I'm almost done. I only have 4 left, and then I'll have to open my next pack. No, we're not doing a grommet. We're doing a brad. Oh, brad. Look what I did. I did the grommet instead. Let me see if it's going to be a big deal. I mean, it fits, but it's a big old hole. Let me see. I need to get my furry pink ones. I think this one's going to be really cute. And it's big. It'll cover it. And it's furry. It's like felt. They're so cool. Okay. All right, so I think we're done. So let's do this. Let's see what we got here. Well, what we got is everything on my desk. That's what we got. I just need the glue stopper. Okay. Let me put the lid on this. I'm going to clean up for a second, okay? And then we'll finish, and then that'll be it. I hope you're still here. Okay, so this has to go like this. No, that's not it. Hello. Okay, this is going to go like this. Get it in. Get it straight. And then I'm only going to do a small hole on this because I just went like a crazy lady on the other one. Okay, so let me pull that out. And then I have my green one, excuse me, that has the one that has the small. So let me do this one. If I can see. Can't see very good. Well, I did it. Okay, so got that punched. And then I'm going to have this in here like this. I wonder if it would be good just to put the grommet in. I mean, why not? I mean, I already punched a hole. Let's just put it in there and see. Oh, smush. And then it might help it slide better. So I'm glad I did that actually. So that's going to go like this. And then that's going to go like that. And we'll figure out what we're going to do on this side. So it's going to go like that. There. So it's going to go like that. And then when you bring it back in, it's going to slide in like that. Love it. Okay, so then this goes in here like this. And I'm just going to leave this on the front because I think it looks really pretty. And that'll go in like that. And so that's going to stick up. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. Because it didn't go down as much as, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So there's that. And now what we need to do is we need to make our little piece of paper that goes behind it. And then we shall be done. So let me do this. This. Okay, now all I need is just a piece of paper that's like 2 3/4. Now the other thing I could do is just have you know, well, I know I want to fold out, but I want it to be bigger so that you have room to write this, you know. I guess I could use some, I was going to say tray. It has to be fairly, let me just get a piece of, I'm getting some paper, some coffee dyed paper. Because I want it to be, okay, so it needs to go in between there. So I'm going to pull it down to there. And pencil. And I'm going to do it right there. And it has to fold 4 times. Wait, how did I say that? It has to fold an odd number of times in order for it to come out. That's just me talking, so I'm going to fold that up on that. Okay. And I think I'm going to dackle the edge just a little bit. Oops. Wasn't holding it down good enough. Okay. So that can be one side. Okay, so this is 11. And I need it to be 2 3/4. But I think I need to do 2 1/2. I was doing this the other day because you have to have odd numbers in order for it to fold out the direction that you want it to. I know I'm probably not making any sense, but so I'm going to do 2 1/2. So 2 1/2, 5, 7 1/2, and then 10, right? 7 1/2, 8 1/2, 9 1/2, 10, yeah. So we're going to cut it on that one. See, and I still only have 4, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm probably not making any sense, but I kind of know what I'm talking about to myself. To myself. I said, self, you gotta have some even numbers, okay? Okay, so we're gonna go in and out and in. See, so when you adhere this is going to go like this, but I wanted it so that when you pulled it, it would, anyway, it's me. I just wanted it to be, I wanted it folded differently, but it didn't work out that way. I need to do it a little bit smaller, but I don't want it smaller because I want a large writing space. Okay, and which is fine because then you're going to pull it this way and be able to write that way. And I love this. I love this color of this paper. So yeah, this is cool. This is cool. We're good. We're good. Check it for poison. Okay, let's get that all inked up and in there, and then I'm going to go eat and hang out with the hubby. I'm on my way, baby. And then we'll be done. But isn't this a fun project? So you can do this yourself, and I would love to see it. You know, you don't have to do it for a tall, skinny journal. You can, you know, just make the dimensions smaller and put some swivels in there. But yeah, use your hidden paper clips, yeah, to hold it in. And just think about, you know, you could do a paper clip like that and adhere it to the page, and then you could stick a tag in there, like a real sturdy tag. I mean, how fun is that? Lots and lots of fun things that we can do. Okay, so there's that. There is that. There is that. There's not that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, and then I just got some stamps is what I did, and put some little fun stuff on them. Because you know me, I be liking the fun stuff. But let's glue it down, and then maybe I can stick something on there. Okay, so this is going to swivel out. Boop. And it's going to reveal, and you're going to have to swivel it all the way down in order to see this whole hidden writing space. But I think it's fun, you know. And it might be a little bit, it's going to be like, whoop. Nah, we want it. We wanted lots of writing space. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this to the back. Glue, glue, please. Y'all, how long have I been? I mean, I feel like I've been in here at least 45 minutes. But I haven't done a long video, and I just wanted to kind of hang out, you know. I've just been doing the all the freebies and all that, and I just wanted to kind of hang out and just craft because I haven't been able to do that. So thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you watched the whole video. I do. I do. I do. Okay. And it is down. It is down. Brown and down. And it's going to go, oh, look how cute. It's going to go like this. And then it's also going to go like that. And I don't even have to do anything to the paper. The only thing that I could do is I could get my stickers out. Because I had these cute little flowers that matched. I love this one. He's adorable. Let's get him. Oh, I'm out. Probably not even in view. I'm going to just stick him down right here on the corner. That is so stinking cute. Okay, and you know what? I think this yellow one would be pretty on the pink. These are some tough stickers. I love it. Okay, and then you're just going to fold it up, and you're going to stick this in, and it's going to cover that writing space. We are done, ladies and gentlemen. The show is complete. Already fed the dogs. So, we are ready to go. Okay. Ow. Oop, I just stuck myself with the pen. Okay, so there's our project. I think it turned out really, really cute. Yes, yes, yes. We have our card, which, you know, you got to pull this out. But then you have a card with some writing space with a cute little flower on the back. Either which way you want to put it in. And you just have to kind of, it goes in fine. But you're going to have a flower on one side. And then you open it all the way up. And then you have a writing space. How cool is that? I think it's cool, and it probably could be perfected, and you know, all kinds of different ways to play with it, but I like it. I think it looks really good. I like my little furry little Brad at the bottom. So anyway, that is our project. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I'll see you on Monday. You have a fabulous weekend. And remember, you only know what you know till you know something different. Bye-bye.